The Philly rental market is shifting fast, and today I'm breaking down what every landlord needs to know to stay ahead. From a major new Safe Healthy Home Act bill in City Council to a massive federal housing move, we have a lot to cover. Plus, I'm doing a deep dive into the 19126 zip code, a neighborhood with higher incomes and stronger home ownership that you may think. Let's get into it. We're here to share insights and experiences, not legal or accounting advice. Be sure to talk to your attorney, accountant, or professional advisor before making any decisions. Everyone's situation is different. Get the help that is right for you. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Philly Landlord Guide, the show where we do a deep dive into a local real estate market without any fluff. I am your host, Yuri Skripnichenko, the guy with impossible last name. I am a licensed real estate broker and a certified property manager here in City of Philadelphia. Today I'm going solo. Let's jump right into the big news from City Hall. On March 4th, the City Council Housing Committee advanced a major legislative package called the Safe Healthy Home Act. Despite the pushback from landlord group, these bills are moving towards a full council vote on March 19th, which is happening 2 days after this recording. I hope that I will have updates for you in the next episode if it was accepted, what was accepted or what was passed, and what we need to do now. But there are four things in this package that will change the way we do business. First, proactive inspections. Instead of waiting for a tenant to complain, the city is launching a proactive inspection program. That means L&I can now put your properties on a regular inspection cycle just to keep a rental license active. We do not know how that's going to work. We do not know if the city has enough inspectors, but they are trying to put it on some kind of schedule to prevent you rent your property if it doesn't pass the inspection. Second, expansion of good cause eviction. Currently, good cause protection mostly apply to month-to-month leases. This new bill extends that to all renters, including those on long-term leases of a year or more. You won't be able to just send a non-renewal notice at the end of the year anymore. You will need a specific legal reason to end the tenancy. Third, the burden of proof. The bill bars landlords from retaliating against tenants who cooperate with the city investigators or join tenants unions, which is already a thing, but this bill specifically switches that burden of proof if L&I or tenant deems your property inhabitable for any reasons. Fourth, rent rebates. This is a tough one. The legislation clarifies that tenants can sue for rent rebate if a landlord collects rent while the rental license is inactive or if they fail to provide a certificate of rental suitability. My take is that this shifts the load heavily onto us as owners. There is zero room for being sloppy with your paperwork now. If your license lapses for even a month, you could be looking at a major financial hit. We saw a rare moment of agreement in DC. The Senate passed the 21st Century Road to Home Act with a massive 89-10 vote. The focus now moves to the House. The goal here is to modernize housing vouchers and actually give private landlords like you and I a reason to want to participate. If you've dealt with red tape of federal programs before, this act is intended to streamline that process and reduce the friction for us. It is definitely something to watch for if you're looking to scale your portfolio with stable, subsidized tenants. Also, there are a lot of other things included in this Housing Act that may or may not affect you. We will be tracking those as well. One of those, for instance, they are trying to make a road for the cities and townships to change the zoning or relax the zoning rules a little bit so we can have more dense zoning in the single-family neighborhoods, which will create the construction or bigger project, and therefore we will have more affordable housing. Before we get into 19126 market report, I want to take a quick moment to thank our sponsor, Trust Art Realty. If you're a landlord in Philadelphia, you know that managing rentals is getting more and more complicated every day. That's why TrustArt Realty is offering all of our listeners a free rental analysis or a management advice session. Whether you need help understanding these new code requirements or you just want to optimize your current rentals, they've got you covered. To claim your free sessions, send an email to TrustArt or go to trustartrealty.com and schedule a meeting. All right, let's talk numbers now. Today we're looking at the 19126 zip code, which covers West Oak Lane and East Oak Lane, or parts of both. This is a very stable traditional residential area that often gets overlooked by investors chasing the trendy spots. Here's what the data tells us about 19126. The average household income here is approximately $76,474, which is significantly higher than neighboring zip codes like 19141 or 19138. The median income sits around $53,000. The typical home value is about $223,000, and we've seen year-over-year appreciation of about 4%. The market inventory is incredibly tight. In February, we saw a median listed price of $1,250, but the actual median price for closed leases jumped to $1,460. When units are renting for $200 over the list price, it tells you demand is massive. But again, that's an incredibly tight market. It's based only off a few rentals that were done during the months of February. So I would not take this in strong consideration. The average days on the market, however, was 79 days. This is about 2 weeks longer than the citywide average of 66 days for February 2026. My take is that 19126 is a buy and hold gold mine. You have higher than average incomes and a stable homeowner base. About 52% of the zip code is owner occupied, and 19126 keeps that stability high. It takes a little bit longer to find a tenant here, according to recent data, but the quality of the tenant and the rent premium you can get makes it worth the wait. Also, we're seeing an uptick in the market right now. We're getting more inquiries, we're getting more applications. So I'm excited to see what March 2026 will look like. And I will share this data in the next episode. Hopefully, we will see significant dip in the days on the market for this month. To wrap things up, 19126 remains a pillar of stability, but the new rules coming out of City Hall mean that you have to be more disciplined than ever. If the Safe Healthy Home Act passes on the 19th, your compliance game has to be at 100%. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, share with another Philly investor. If you have any questions or want me to look at your zip code next, leave a comment. I'm Yuri Skripnichenko, and I'll catch you in the next episode.